week 2. So just to recap before we kick off week 2, let's talk about week 1 for a little bit. Anything anybody would like to share on their experience? So theme of week 1 was purity, cleanliness. Anybody have any experiences working through that with an intention this past week? Melissa, because you're front and center here, or front and right, is there anything you'd like to share? Or anything about
Well, I just really enjoyed the class last week, and the breath work was great. I've practiced that breath work a little bit before with your videos because I'm in Roger Aldino's teacher training, so I've done a little bit there. But doing it in class was better because I felt more accountable, so I was able to hold it longer.
Okay.
It's easier at home in a video to be like, you know.
Right.
Yeah, it was great.
Thank you, Melissa. Crystal, you weren't here last week. Anything you want to say or just introduce yourself to the class?
I actually missed it because I signed up for it and then I didn't see like a confirmation, so I just assumed I had done something wrong, which is very typical of me, like assuming it was my fault, so I'm sad I missed it. My name is Crystal Winters. I met Mike at a mindfulness and yoga retreat, I guess maybe like a month and a half ago. And because of that retreat, I was able to submit my resignation to my company after 15 years. I just did that two weeks ago, so things have been a little bit hectic, yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So I'm very happy to be here.
Awesome. Welcome, Crystal. Mara, anything you'd like to share? Any revelations in your personal life or in your off the mat life as a result of things we talked about last week?
Well, I've been relaxed. I've been really relaxed. Because my work is really stressful. My line of work is very stressful, deadlines, and, you know. But I've been really like laid back about things. So yeah.
Awesome. Thank you, Mari. David.
Yeah, I just really enjoyed last week. Like I mentioned last week, it's been a while since I've done breath work, probably a month or 2 now, so forgot how much I enjoy it. So yeah, it was just kind of that restart on making space for myself to do it because it benefits me mentally, physically, spiritually. So.
Awesome. Thank you, David. Irene.
I enjoyed class and it just reset me to start believing in me and start taking care of me more. The breath was just phenomenal for me. The class in general, but Mike, I took away the breath. It was just calming and had a great week.
Thank you, Irene.
I'm Blake. I was not here last week, but my friend Karen, who's late, and it highly recommended that I join her today, and so I'm looking forward to it.
Thank you, Blake. And for those of you that are new, my name is Mike. Breath is my thing. I've trained with many amazing teachers, most famously Wim Hof and Stig Stevenson, and that is the most important thing I want everybody to take away from this, because even though we have an opportunity to move on a daily basis, we breathe minute by minute, and having more conscious control over our breath and understanding the impact the breath has on our thoughts, our emotions, our general physical well-being is very profound. And so just to jump right into week 2. Week 2, the theme is Santosha, and that Niyama translates roughly into commitment and acceptance. And a lot of us have faced many things in the last 12, 13 months that are very different from what we would have chose or what we would have wanted. And so as we move through the practice this morning, be aware of when you start to get a little uncomfortable because perhaps we're holding a posture a little too long. I am cueing you to hold your breath too long, or something just doesn't feel comfortable for you. Get curious about what you can do to move into that space of acceptance. Let's all begin with some breath work, and then we'll start to move. So sit up straight and tall on your mat, lengthen through your spine, and welcome this morning, Karen. Lift through your sternum, relax your shoulders, extend through your spine, lengthen through the crown of your head. And then wherever you are in your breath cycle, exhale. And then inhale for the count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep moving at your pace. Be aware of keeping your inhale at 4 seconds or a 4 count or less. And get curious about how much you can elongate your exhales. And once you can easily elongate your exhales to an 8 count, get curious about, can you start elongating those pauses? Just keep breathing, keep relaxing into this moment. Be aware of your posture. Are your shoulders stacked above your hips? Are your shoulders relaxed? Are you lengthening through your spine, extending the crown of your head towards the ceiling? Focus your attention on your breathing and get curious about, can you go as long as you possibly can to where you feel you may need to gasp for air in your breath cycles. So training your body, such a natural posture. What can you accept in this moment? Is your mind focused on your breath? Or is your attention going to go elsewhere? Again, make sure your spine is straight and tall. Your shoulders are stacked over your hips. I know we all have a tendency to want to lean forward because we all spend too much time hunched over a computer or some other kind of screen. Feel the difference there, Karen? Permission to touch you? Feel the difference there? Take one more breath cycle, and once you complete the breath cycle, come to tabletop. And as you're moving to tabletop, have your shoulders stacked directly above your wrists. Spread all 10 of your fingers wide and press all 10 of them down powerfully on your mat. Press the center of your palm onto your mat. Have your knees stacked above your hips. Let's inhale up into cow pose. Exhale into cat. Press your back up to the ceiling. Inhale into cow. Exhale into cat. Inhale into cow. Exhale in a cat. Inhale in a cow. Exhale in a cat. Come to center. Start moving your tailbone around. Maybe you move your tailbone around in a figure 8. Do whatever feels comfortable to you to help you loosen up your body, loosen up your hips. Get some motion in your shoulders as you're moving your tailbone around, whatever feels appropriate for you this morning. And if you're doing something that requires balance, move to your other side. We're halfway done with this and we'll start moving together shortly. And return to center. Extend your right leg behind you. Be aware of if your right hip came up higher than your left hip and wrap your right inner thigh. Pull your right toes back to your right shin. Spread your fingers wide again. Put a slight bend in your elbows. And come into acceptance in this moment. And relax into this moment. Use that 4-part breath you started your practice with. Your pauses may not be as long. You may not exhale for as long, but just ensure there are pauses between your inhales and your exhales. Anybody feel anything amazing in the right leg yet? And if this is a lot for you, stay here and enjoy this. If you need a little more, extend your left hand forward, point your left thumb towards the ceiling, spread your left fingers wide. Feel your core engage. Keep your fingertips and your heel along the same plane. How is your breath pattern? Inhale, extend. Exhale, bring your elbow to your knee. Inhale, extend. Elbow to knee. Inhale, extend. Knee to elbow. Inhale, extend. Elbow to knee. Inhale, extend. Knee to elbow. Inhale, extend. Elbow to knee. Inhale, extend. Knee to elbow. Inhale, extend. Elbow to knee. Inhale, extend. Knee to elbow. Inhale, extend and hold. Again, fingertips and heel along the same plane. How content are you in this moment? And what can you do to be more content in this moment? What's your contentment right now, Karen? Not high. And lower your left hand, lower your right knee. Lift your left foot, extend through your left heel. Wrap your left inner thigh. Bend your elbows, put your palms into your mat. Feel your core engage. And again, if this feels like a lot for you, stay here. If you want a little more, extend your right hand forward, point your right thumb towards the sky, spread all of your fingers wide. Root your left palm and left hand into the ground. Extend through your right fingertips. And then bring your elbow to your knee as you exhale. Inhale, extend. Elbow to knee. Inhale. Knee to elbow. Inhale. Elbow to knee. Inhale. knee to elbow. Inhale. Elbow to knee. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale and hold. Just hold the posture, not your breath. Lower your right palm. Lower your left knee. Curl your toes. Lift your knees an inch or two off the mat. Press down through your palms. Straighten your, or bend your elbows. And press back to a down dog. Bend your right knee. Press your left heel to your mat. Press down through all 10 of your fingers. Press down to the center of your palms. Press down through your right heel. Bend your left knee. Press both of your heels to your mat. Straighten both of your legs. If this feels like a lot for you, stay here. If you need a little more, lift your right leg up. Spread your right toes, point them towards the ceiling. If you'd like a little more, bring your right knee to gently touch your right wrist. And then lift it back up. You can bring your right knee to touch your left wrist. Inhale back up. Right knee to left elbow. Inhale back up. Right knee, right elbow. Inhale back up. Step your right foot through and rise to a warrior one. Hands on your hips. Let's start the first warrior one with your hands on your hips and ensure your left hip is as far forward as your right hip. So Blake, because of your stance, I would move my back foot and right hip. Does that help with it?
Yes.
Okay. So similar adjustment for you, Crystal. You may want to take a little bit wider of a stance and bring your back foot closer to your right foot. Your left foot closer. My apologies. So move your foot right back. There you go. And now bend into this. Okay, and obviously that's too close. Back up a little bit. Okay, and then so keep twisting. So see how your hips a little further back. And then you step it forward a little bit. The key is to step it wider and forward. So if you step it wider, does that make sense, ladies? You got it, looks good. And David, if you could plant, so your left foot should be flush, completely planted on the ground and pointing to like a 10:30 direction. Your right foot should be pointing to 12 o'clock on the clock face. Awesome, Irene. Nice, Melissa. Can you move your right hip back a little bit and your left hip? There you go. And once you're clear on your hips and they all feel aligned, extend your arms up. Come back to your relaxed 4-part breath. Start making that the pattern for your life. Where you inhale, you pause, you have a long, relaxing exhale, and you pause again. By doing this, you start naturally relaxing your body. So many of us spend time perpetually in this fight or flight mode, and it's because we're doing this circular breathing. Lift through your heart, stretch your fingertips towards the sky. Lower your left palm, come into an easy twist. Twist your heart open more. Stretch your fingertips towards the ceiling. And if you'd like a little more, you can take a side plank. If you're happy with easy twist, stay with your easy twist. Very impressive, Melissa. Lift your hips up higher wherever you are. Lower your right palm to your mat. Come into a high plank. If you need to lower your knees, lower your knees. Take a moment in this high plank to be aware of your elbows. Are they slightly bent? To feel your entire palm pressing into your mat, and come back to your 4-part breath. And if you just want to go right to a down dog, you may. If you want to move from high to low, up, and then back to down, go there. However you want to get there, move to your down dog. Lift your left foot, spread your left toes wide. Bring your left knee to lightly touch your left wrist if you want to, otherwise just stay with your foot held high. Inhale back up if you touched your wrist. If you'd like to touch your right wrist, you may do so. Inhale back up. If you'd like to touch your right elbow, knee to elbow. Inhale back up. And lastly, if you'd like to touch your left elbow, knee to left elbow. Inhale back up. Step your left foot between your hands. And rise as you inhale, hands on your hips. And check your right hip, just like you did with your left hip. Start playing around with your foot position to see what you can do. Even though you're super flexible, Melissa, how's that feel on your right knee back there? Okay. Because I would think a wider stance would be more comfortable on your knee, but if your knee's not hurting, don't worry about it. And same with you, Karen. So feel how your left hip is forward a little bit and your right hip's a little bit back. I know. So again, play around with the foot position. There you go. That's awesome, Karen. And then once you're ready, once you're sure of your alignment, extend your fingers towards the sky. Lift through your heart. Relax your shoulders. Activate all 10 of your fingers as you turn your palms to face each other and your fingertips towards the sky. And relax into this 4-part soothing breath. Or even though you're in a posture that you may consider difficult, you're accepting this moment and you're relaxing into this moment. Lower your right palm to your mat for an easy twist. And for those of you who want more, side plank is an option. And whatever expression you're in, lift through your hips. High plank. Again, if your knees need to go to the mat, nothing wrong with that. Take an inventory of what's happening in your body. How do your wrists feel? Are your elbows slightly bent? Are your shoulders above your wrists? Is your core engaged? Move to your low plank. Inhale into your up dog. And exhale into your down dog. And anytime you want to skip one of those chaturangas, just go to down dog and wait for us. We'll all get there. Look between your hands. Step, hop, or float to the top of your mat. Have your big toes lightly touching, your heels parallel. Inhale to lift halfway. Fold forward. Root down to rise up. And sit in your chair. Relax your shoulders, activate all 10 of your fingers. Bring your hands to heart center. And twist to your right. Left elbow to right thigh. If your left knee popped out in front of your right knee, be aware of that and bring it back. Ensure your big toes are still lightly touching each other. Lift through your heart, lower through your hips. Sit lower and return to center. Stretch up. Bring your hands to heart center. Twist to your left. Right elbow to left thigh. If your right knee pops out in front of your left, bring it back. Big toes lightly touching. Heels parallel to each other. And twist. Lower your hips. Lift through your heart. Return to center. Still sitting low in your chair. Rise up. Fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Plant your palms, step back to your high plank. Powerful inhale in your high plank. And either go to down dog or move to low plank. Inhale into your up dog, or exhale back into your down dog. Lift your right foot up. Again, if this is good for you, stay here. If you just want to stay in down dog, stay in down dog. If you want to bring your right knee to your left wrist, go. Inhale, back up. Right knee, left elbow. Inhale, back up. Right knee, right elbow. Inhale, back up. Right knee, right wrist. Inhale, back up. Step your right foot between your hands. Rise to a warrior one. Check your hips on the way up. Ensure your right hip and your left hip are along the same plane. Once your hips are aligned, stretch your fingertips towards the sky. And if you'd like to interlace your hands behind your head and lift your elbow tips towards the sky to get into a deeper back bend, go. Bend deep into your right knee wherever you are. Have your right knee stacked directly above your right heel. Right thigh as parallel to the ground as you can. As you accept this moment and do your 4-part breath. Lift through your heart more. Pull your elbow tips together. You have your hands interlaced behind your head. Stretch your fingertips towards the sky. Lower your left hand for an easy twist. And if you'd like to take side plank, go. And if you're happy in your easy twist, enjoy your easy twist. Lift your hips higher wherever you are. Lower your right palm. One inhale, and as you exhale, go to down dog or go to low plank, whatever's right for you. Lift your left foot, spread your left toes wide. Left knee, right wrist. Inhale, back up. If you so choose, left knee, left wrist. Inhale, back up. Left knee, left elbow. Inhale, back up. Left knee, right elbow. Inhale, back up. Step your left foot between your hands. As you rise, check your hips. Ensure your right hip is as far forward as your left. And then extend your fingers. Lift through your heart. Bend deeply into your left knee. Interlace your hands behind your head. Pull your elbow tips towards the sky. Feel a mini back bend. Relax into your 4-part breath. Stretch your fingertips towards the sky. Lower your right palm and twist. Twist your heart open more. And if side plank is part of your practice this morning, go. High plank. And either down dog or move through your chaturanga, whatever is appropriate for you this morning. Look between your hands, top of your mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Fold, root down and rise up. Are your big toes lightly touching? Are your heels parallel to each other? Bring your hands to heart center. And take a moment to check in with your body. Be aware of your alignment. If you need a drink, now is the opportunity. How is your practice feeling this morning? Are you in a place of acceptance? Are you using your breath to relax regardless of the movements? If the answer is not a resounding, powerful yes, be aware of what you can do to move into that space. Sit in your chair. Lift through your heart. Relax your shoulders. Bring your hands to heart center. Twist to your right. Lower your hips, lift through your heart. Smile really big if you're taking this seriously. Inhale back to center. Hands to heart center. Twist to your left. Return to center. Stretch up. Fold forward. Lift halfway. Plant your palms, step back into your high plank. One breath in your high plank. And either go to your down dog or your chaturanga. Lift your right foot, spread your right toes wide. If this is good, keep your right leg lifted. If you want more, right knee, left elbow. Inhale back up. Right knee, right elbow. Inhale back up. Right knee, right wrist. Inhale back up. Right knee, left wrist. Inhale back up. Bend your right knee, stack your right knee over your right hip, opening up your right hip. Stretch your right knee towards the ceiling. And if you'd like to flip your dog, flip your dog. Keep lifting through your heart. Have your feet parallel to each other if you flipped your dog. That is amazing, Blake. And return to your three-legged dog. Stretch your right foot up. Step your right foot forward, come into a crescent lunge. Both of your feet are facing 12 o'clock. 90-degree bend in both of your knees. Check your hips. Is your left hip aligned with your right? And once it is, extend up. Relax, 4-part breath. Just hanging out with friends, chilling out in this room. Nothing stressful happening here. Breath can be relaxed. Your mind can focus on the sensations in your feet as you're rooting into the ground. Twist to your right. Bring your left elbow to your right thigh. Make a fist with your left hand. Put your right hand on top of that fist and twist. If you'd like to straighten your left leg, you may. If you'd like to lower your left knee to your mat, you may. And if you'd like to keep your left knee bent in a 90-degree angle, that's fine too. Whatever variation is appropriate for you. Twist deeper. And open up to a warrior two. Fingertips are along the same plane. Palms are facing the ground. Right knee is above your right heel. Turn your right palm to the sky. Reverse your warrior. You can have your left hand on your left thigh, or take a half bind if that feels appropriate for you. Keep lifting through the right side of your body. Turn to your warrior two. Extend your right hand forward. Bring your right forearm onto your right thigh. Right palm faces the sky. Press it to the edge of your left foot in one solid line of energy from the edge of your left foot to your left fingertips. Turn your left hand to face the ground. And if you'd like to move into a variation, you can take a half bind, a full bind. And if you'd like to do bird of paradise, bound half moon, go to whatever's speaking with you this morning. Awesome work with your 4-part steady breath. Continuing to relax. If you're in a variation, return to your extended side angle. Rise back to your warrior two. Prepare for horse stance. Turn your toes to face the corners of your mat. Extend your arms out. Your palms are positioned to prevent the walls from crushing in on you. Spread your fingers wide and sit low. Have your knees going the same direction as your toes. Melissa, tuck your tailbone and stack your shoulders over your hips. And enjoy this because you're loving it. Can you tuck a little more, Melissa? Awesome. Now move your shoulders a little further back. I know it's so hard to do all these things. Sit a little lower, Karen. This is so easy for you. You're so super strong. Are you even feeling anything yet, Blake?
Yes.
I don't think so. I think you got this. This is super easy for you. You're looking extraordinary, Crystal. Keep those hands turned up. Keep those fingers active. The walls are not crushing in on you. You got this. Sit low. What do you think, Irene? Do a 99 count?
No.
If you'd like to do something different with your feet, maybe lift your toes, maybe lift one heel, maybe both heels, go to your edge for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.5, 1.25, 1/10. Mark, how you doing back there? You got it? And rise. Awesome work, everyone. Anybody feel something in the thighs yet? Feel complete and total acceptance yet? Extend through your fingertips. Bring your feet parallel to each other. Lift through your heart and fold forward. If you'd like to relax your hands underneath your shoulders, you may. If you want to grab onto the edges of your feet, in whatever expression is best for you. Obviously, you've been doing this quite a bit, Blake. Is this okay, Blake?
Yes, but I may fall over.
No, you're not going to fall over. I got you. How's that feel?
Good.
Super flexible, Blake. Keep relaxing your head. Let any tension go in your jaw and your forehead. Let everything just flow out the crown of your head. Super strong. Walk your hands around to your right foot and bring your left foot forward as you set up for pyramid pose. And just let your upper body drape over your lower body, keeping it completely relaxed. Feel an opening in your right hamstring. Feel your hips aligned in this moment. Relax into this expression. Step back to a high plank. And reset yourself here in this high plank. Again, if your knees need to be on the ground, that's fine. And if you'd like to move to your low plank or your down dog, go there now. Lift your left foot up. And again, if this is enough for you, stay here. If you want more, bring your left knee to your right elbow. Inhale back up. Left knee, left elbow. Inhale back up. Left knee, left wrist. Inhale back up. Left knee, right wrist. Inhale back up. Open your left hip by stacking your left knee over your left hip. Stretch your left knee towards the sky or the ceiling. And if you'd like to flip your dog, flip your dog. And if you flip your dog, have your feet parallel to each other. Lift your hips up high. Extend your left arm. Return to your three-legged dog. And step through to your crescent lunge. Both feet pointing 12 o'clock, both knees 90-degree bend. Twist to your left. Bend both knees a little more. Bring your right elbow to your left thigh. Make a fist with your right hand. Left hand on top of that fist and twist if you'd like to straighten your right leg. Or lower your right knee. Or if you want to keep your right knee at that 90-degree bend, that's fine. Open up to a warrior two. Left palm faces the sky. Reverse your warrior. Again, don't push your left hand against your left knee. Either have it above or below, or if you want to do it half bind, do it half bind. Lift through your heart more. Bend into your left knee more. Turn to your warrior two. Extend your left hand forward and move into your extended side angle. Left palm faces the sky. Right palm faces the ground. Twist your heart open. And if there's a variation you'd like to go to, move to your variation. If you're in a variation, return to your extended side angle. And rise. Straighten both of your legs. Turn your toes to face the corners of your mat. Take a deep inhale to bring power into your body. Extend your palms at the walls from closing in on you. And then sit low. Knees facing the same direction as your toes. Keep your spine long. Keep your tailbone tucked. Big smile on your face. Love this moment. Accept this moment. David, tuck your tailbone more. How many moments are there in your life that may resemble this? I know Karen's like, I live in a Zen monastery, Mike. My family are all enlightened beings. Nothing but peace and tranquility in my home, in my life. This is the only hard thing I ever do. Go to your edge for 7, 6. If you're practicing relaxed breathing now, where else can I help you out? 5, 4, 3, 2, and let it go. Wonderful work, everybody. Feet parallel. Interlace your hands together. Lift through your heart and fold forward. Let the weight of your arms open up your shoulders. Let the crown of your head open up, and anything that's not serving you just flows down your spine and out the crown of your head. Shift weight from your heels to the balls of your feet. Don't lift your heels up, but just be aware of how little pressure you can have on your heels with them still touching your mat. Feel your hamstrings open up more as you go deeper. Bring your palms underneath your shoulders and walk your hands around to your left foot and turn your left toes to 12 o'clock. Step your right foot forward where it's pointing at 2 o'clock, perhaps 1:30 on the clock face, and come into your pyramid pose. Relax your upper body and let it completely drape over your left leg as you continue to open your hamstring on your left leg. Completely relax. Plant your palms on your mat. Step back to a high plank. And if your knees need to come down in this high plank, that's fine. If you need to go right to down dog, that's good. If you want to take a chaturanga to down dog, go there. Look between your hands. Step, hop, or float to the top of your mat. Touch your big toes together lightly, heels parallel. Inhale to lift halfway. And fold. Root down to rise up. Hands to heart center. Bring your hands to your hips. Root into your left foot. Raise your right leg. Bring your right thigh parallel to the ground. Right toes pull back to right shin. If this is a lot of fun and you're enjoying this, stay right here. If you'd like to interlace your right hand underneath your right foot, you may. If you'd like to extend, extend. And if you're not smiling, be curious as to why that is. What are you doing here? You move into a very serious state. I know some of you are very serious about your yoga. Nothing to be joked about here. You have your right foot extended. Come back to standing on your left. And together we all lower our right and root down. Pick your left foot up. And whatever your full expression looks like on this side, go. If you fall over, you need to giggle and laugh a little bit. And if you've extended, come back to standing on your right. Together we lower our left. Bring your hands to heart center. Recenter. Reground. And if you need a little more, you can stretch up and follow me in a chaturanga. If you are good, just stay there and relax in your mountain pose with hands at heart center. And if you're not at the top of your mat, meet me there. And we all meet at mountain pose with hands at heart center. Bring your right hand to your right side. Place your right foot into your right hand. This may be your dancers for this morning. Or you may want to extend your left arm up. You may want to kick your right foot into your right hand and bow forward. Slow your breathing down. Do you still feel all four parts? And release. Moving to your right. Bring your left hand to your left side. Gently place your left foot into your left hand. And again, this may be your dancer's pose, or you may extend your right arm. You may kick your left foot into your left hand and bow forward. Whatever expression is appropriate for you, go there now. Kick your left foot into your left hand more, and whatever expression you're in. Slowly release. Back to your mountain pose. You're enjoying your mountain pose, enjoy. You're going to move through a chaturanga with me. Stretch up. Fold forward. Lift halfway. Plant, move back to your high plank. Exhale to your low plank. Inhale to your up dog. Exhale to your down dog. Look between your hands. Step, hop, or float to the top of your mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Fold forward. Root down to rise up. Hands to heart center. Step to the back of your mat. The warrior three. Spread your fingers wide. Extend towards the sky. Step your right foot forward. Lift your left foot up, and this may be your warrior three for this morning. Or you may come into a capital letter T. Whatever expression is appropriate for you. Ensure your left thigh is wrapped and your left hip is along the same level as your right. And your left toes are active as your right foot roots into your mat. Spread all 10 of your fingers. Feel a cobra back bend in your upper spine. And accept this moment for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, let it go. Step to the back of your mat again. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Step your left foot forward and move into your full expression. And go to your edge for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, let it go. And if you'd like to follow me in a chaturanga, you may, otherwise enjoy your mountain pose. Fold low, lift halfway, high plank, low plank, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Look to the top of your mat. Walk, hop, or float there. Inhale, lift halfway. Fold and rise. Easy tree. Root into your left. Bring your right foot to your left ankle. Left calf. Left inner thigh. Half lotus if you want to move into toe stand or do flying pigeon. Just relax into this moment and move into your full expression. Who's the most serious person in the room right now? Is it the person on your mat? Or is there somebody on your mat who's not taking this seriously at all, who's just playing in this moment, who's just having fun, who is in sync with their breath, who is accepting the present moment as it is? Awesome, Karen. Turn your right knee, face forward. Lower your right foot and knee it down. Bring your left foot to wherever is appropriate. It can be on your right ankle, calf, inner thigh, or half lotus if you're moving the toe stand or flying pigeon. And who is the person who's having the most fun in this room in this moment? Is it you on your mat? And if the answer is anything, I've been a resounding yes. How can you bring more fun, more excitement, more play into this present moment? Nice work, Ryan. Turn your left knee, face forward, look down. And maybe in down dog, however you'd like to get there. If you want to move through some chaturangas, you may. If you just want to go right to a down dog, go. And once you're in your down dog, lower your knees to your mat. And come to your camel. Hands on your lower back. We'll do 2 of these, one to warm up and then one to go deep. Take a deep inhale, lift through your heart, push your hips forward, and go back. Keep pressing your hips forward more, Melissa. Keep lifting through your heart. Slowly release. Come sitting on your heels, right hand on your heart, left hand on your belly. Only thing you feel in your right hand is your heartbeat. All your breathing is felt with your left hand that's on your belly. Round 2. Back up on your knees. Hands on your lower back. Make the goal of this one to relax into a deeper expression you did a moment ago. Lift through your heart, press your hips forward and go. Press your hips forward more, lift your heart up. And release. Come lying on your back. Feet parallel to each other. Setting up for bridge. We'll do 2 of these. If you feel absolutely warmed up and you have to do 2 wheels, I respect that. And if you want to do 1 bridge and 1 wheel, I respect that as well. Or if you want to do 2 wheels, Or 2 bridges. Or 2 just laying on your back saying, this is freaking hard, I just need time to relax right now. Curl your tailbone, root your feet into your mat, and rise up. Engage your inner thighs if you're squeezing a balloon between your legs. Slow your breathing down and relax into this moment. Lift your heart up more. Lift your hips up higher. Squeeze your thighs together. Slowly come down. Prepare for your second set. Bring your hands by your shoulders if you're going into full wheel. Inhale, curl your tailbone, rise. Lift up higher. Slowly come down. Bring your knees over your hips. Figure 4. Left ankle over your right thigh. Interlace your hand to the top of your right shin and the back of your right thigh. Take an inhale, lengthen through your spine. On your exhale, pull down. Every time you exhale, pull down a little more. And switch. Cross your right ankle over the top of your left thigh, forming a figure 4. Interlace the top of your left shin and the back of your left thigh. Inhale, lengthen your spine on the mat, tuck your chin and come down as you exhale. Extend your right leg out. Bring your left knee to your left shoulder. Bring your right hand to the top of your left kneecap. Extend your left arm out in a half letter T. Look over your left shoulder as you bring your right knee or your left knee across your body and touch the ground. Relax more deeply in this moment. And release. Extend your left leg. Pull your right knee to your right shoulder. Bring your left hand to the top of your right kneecap. Extend your right arm out to a half letter T. Look over your right shoulder and twist. relax on your mat. We'll do some breath work, and we'll move into our Shavasana. So last week we did the Wim Hof breath method. This we're going to use a technique that I learned from Stig Stevenson. This is a technique used by free divers. So rather than breathing rapidly and focus on throwing out all your CO2, you're going to breathe deeply and focus on bringing as much oxygen as you can. This breath pattern is generally a little slower than the Wim Hof breath pattern, and instead of holding on empty like you do with the Wim Hof method, you're going to hold on full. I encourage you not to try to hold on 100% because that's a little too intense. I find for me, somewhere between 70 and 80% is what feels the most comfortable. Any questions before we begin? So I'll cue you for the first few rounds and you'll be able to move on your own after that. Everyone breathe in deeply, fully, slowly. Relax and let it go. Breathe in fully. Let it go. Fully inhale. Let it go. Breathe in slow and deep. Let it go. Fully inhale. Let it go. Inhale deep and full. Let it go. Inhale. Let it go. Fully in. Let it go. Breathe in. Let it go. Bring it in. Let it go. Breathe in deep. Let it go. Bring it in. Let it go. Breathe in. Let it go. Fully inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Release. 5 more. Breathe in. Let it go. Breathe in. Let it go. Let it go. Breathe in. Let it go. Final inhale and hold for 60 seconds. Let it go. Breathe in. Let it go. Breathe in. Let it go. Breathe in. Let it go. Fully inhale. Let it go. Breathe in. 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 Let it go. Breathe in deeper. Let it go. Fully inhale. Let it go. Breathe it in. Let it go. Breathe in. Let it go. 5 more. Breathe in. Let it go. 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 Final one. Inhale deeply and hold for 90 seconds. Let it go. Breathe in. Let it go. Fully in. Let it go. Breathe in deeper. Let it go. Fully in. Let it go. Breathe 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 in. Let it go. Fully in. Let it go. Bring it in. Let it flow. Fully in. Set down. Let it go. Breathe it in. Let it go. Breathe 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 in. Let it go. 5 more. Breathe in. Breathe in. Let it go. 5 more. Breathe in. Let it go. 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 Bring it in. Let it go. Breathe in and hold for 2 minutes. Let it go. 2 minutes at your pace. Breathe at your pace. You're starting to see colors, hear buzzing sounds, starting to feel your body become warmer or cooler. Maybe have cramping in your hands or feet. Perfectly normal. If you're not having any kind of sensations at all, get curious about, can you breathe deeper? Can you pull in more oxygen? Can you relax more fully on your mat and just focus on the relaxation? And just how deeply can you relax in this moment? Breathing in fully and deeply, and relaxing your body. Hold your breath longer. Doing super great. You have about a minute left before your next breath hold. Keep relaxing into this moment. Breathe deeply, fully oxygenating your lungs. About 25 seconds to go. Seconds. Just keep breathing in a full, deep, relaxed manner. Your final inhale, you will hold for 2.5. I'll count you down this time. Stay with your hold in this moment. Just relax into your heart. The more you relax, the easier it is to do your hold. Super awesome. Just cross the mat. Continue to relax. One, simply do count the beats of your heart. You're going to stay with this as long as you can. It starts becoming a little uncomfortable, and your diaphragm starts involuntarily contracting. Be aware of that and stay with it. When your diaphragm starts really contracting painfully, you're about 2/3 of the way through your breath hold. You can easily and safely go for at least another third, probably longer than that. Minute 45 seconds. You guys are all doing super great. Stay relaxed. Across 2 minutes, we have 30 more seconds. Just keep staying with it. Be aware of the sensations in your body when your breath stops. 10 seconds to go. 5 seconds. Great work, everyone. Let it go. Take 3 minutes. Breathe however you want to. If you want to breathe slow, if you want to breathe fast, however you want to breathe this time. This is the last one. You have 3 minutes to breathe however you want. Whatever you would like to experience. That's the objective of this last breathe up. This will be the last round. I'll count it down until the last one who's decided it's time to start breathing again. Again, if you want to mix it up, you want to be slower, faster, whatever feels comfortable for you. Have a minute remaining. Keep breathing fully. Keep breathing deeply. More air you can pull in. Easier it'll be to relax and go for an extended period of time. You're all doing awesome. Keep relaxing more in your body. Keep fully oxygenating yourself. 20 seconds to go. Take your final inhale and hold for as long as you can. And I encourage you this time, make an audible noise when you exhale, just so I know when you start breathing again, so I'll know when everybody's breathing. When you start breathing again, just go right into your Shavasana. Okay, be aware of how much can you relax, how much tension can you let go of. Your feet completely relaxed. Your shins, your calves, Your thighs should just be melting into the mat. Letting any tension go in your hands, arms, letting your shoulders melt into the earth. Relaxing your neck, wait a minute, your jaw, your forehead, relax deeply in this moment and tap into something that you may not be aware of during your normal day. What are you feeling right now in this moment? For 90 seconds. And again, unlike the Wim Hof method, where you don't force, this one your objective is you relax your body and you stay until you become ridiculously uncomfortable and you feel that you absolutely have to breathe because your diaphragm is involuntarily contracting. Your lungs feel like they're about to explode, and you just want to stay with that feeling or experience for 2 minutes and 15 seconds. You guys are all doing super awesome. Just keep relaxing into this experience. And once you come out of it, 225, great work, Crystal. 230, let's go right into your Shavasana. Keep your body relaxed. 240, David. You got this, Blake. Stay with it. Stay with it, Blake. You as well, Melissa. 3 minutes. Both of you ladies have just crossed 3 minutes. 305, Blake. Go right into your Shavasana. $330. $4 minutes. Is anybody still going? Lift your hand up if you are. All right, everybody relax in your Shavasana. Melt into the floor. Take the next few moments. Complete and total acceptance of the present moment. And relaxing into the present moment. Curious about how deeply you can relax all the muscles in your body, let all the tension go. Just relax into this moment. Many of you who are raised Christian are probably familiar with the serenity prayer. Grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. So often, as we move through our lives, we compare what's happening in the present moment with something that we remember from the past, or something we anticipate in the future. The intention I offer you for this week is contentment and acceptance in every moment. Roll over onto your right side, using your right arm as a pillow. Move as gently as you can. Place your left hand onto the ground of your mat. And as gently and slowly as you can, move yourself into a seated position. Just like at the beginning of practice, lengthen through your spine, bring your shoulders over your hips, lift through your sternum, relax your shoulders. Come back to your 4-part breath. Slowly open your eyes. And rather than think about your answer, I just want you to pop off the first thing that comes into your mind when I say words like acceptance and contentment. And Melissa, since you're an advanced yoga teacher, we'll start with you. What comes to your mind when we say the words contentment and acceptance?
To let go of resistance.
Thank you. Karen?
Same thing, let go is the first thing that came.
Blake?
Breathe.
Awesome. Crystal?
Ownership.
Ownership. I like that. Mari?
Not fight back.
Say again, Mari?
Not fighting back.
Awesome, Mari. David?
Ground.
Irene?
Beautiful.
And just take a few moments. Be curious about how you can move through the remainder of your day, the remainder of your week, in a state of acceptance, in a state of contentment, regardless of what else is happening around you. What are you able to control? And how do you stay in that state of commitment, contentment, and acceptance, regardless of what external factors there are? Acknowledging the things that you can't control and accepting them as they are. Being content and present in the current moment, rather than longing for a moment that's past, anticipating a better moment in the future. What kind of things could possibly take you out of that space of contentment and acceptance? And what can you do to go back there? Things will happen in all of our lives. And we have thoughts about those events and about those circumstances. Those thoughts lead to emotions. Those emotions trigger chemical reactions in our body that inspire us to act or react. And there's always repercussions for every action we take or every action we fail to take. Slowly open your eyes and reground in the present moment. Since we started with Melissa last time, we'll start with Irene. Irene, anything you'd like to share or any questions you have?
I don't have any questions. Just in a very peaceful, happy state right now.
Thank you, Irene. David, any questions or anything you'd like to share? Mari. Crystal?
Just love the energy. It's great. Thank you.
Thank you. What?
Thank you.
Karen?
Thank you, Elsa.
Melissa?
I would like to know how long you can hold your breath.
My record is 5.5 minutes. And literally, that was just a stupid guy thing. For those of you who know Frank's and Day House and Aldo Cantina, we were together. They all held their breath for over 5 minutes. So then, and we spent almost an hour doing a breathe up to get them to that point. So then I wanted to see how long I could hold my breath if I just took half that time to half an hour. So literally, it was a silly guy machismo thing. Normally, I hold my breath for 4, maybe 4.5 minutes is my typical morning practice. I normally don't try to get too crazy.
I do have one question.
Yes.
You said it's for scuba divers?
Free divers.
Oh, free divers.
Yeah, scuba divers should keep breathing continually. You shouldn't be holding your breath, especially on an ascent and a descent, because you have that pressurized air. So you should be continually breathing if you're scuba diving, unless you're at a depth and you're not alternating back and forth. But certainly as you're coming up or going down, you should be continually breathing.
I was the first one to empty out my tank, so I was wondering.
And that's because you're breathing too fast. So you should be continually breathing, but you should be breathing in slowly. The 4-part breath will help with that. And there was times in my life when I was always the first one to empty out my breath, and now my goal is to have as much air when I get back on the boat as a dive master does. All right, anything else? All right, let's bring our hands to prayer. Bring your thumb to the center of your forehead, and together we say, Namaste.
Namaste.